So you were in the Navy in 1941.
Yeah.
We got a picture of your tattoo, and that's kind of what brought the whole thing up. But um, tell me just real quick the campaign that you were on. You were actually, I know you said you were in Japan when the treaty was signed.
We first went to up the East Coast. At that time, we went over to England and Scotland and made a tour there. And when we came back to the States and got refurbished and everything and resupplied, we went to the West Coast. And that's when we went to Japan by going by and picking up the islands that the Japanese had. They had to go in there and retake those islands with Marines. And we would sit offshore firing our 5-inch and 8-inch and 16-inch guns on the shore and try to get those Japs and stuff while the Marines came underneath us in boats and landed and took over the islands. And of course then the war ended and we went to Japan into the bay to sign the treaty when the war was over.
You know, we were talking earlier about, you know, that was a critical time in America, and right now you were talking about what your church is doing to try to combat the critical time that we're living in now. But what's the difference now between?
It's the attitude of the people. And in the 41, everybody was ready. Even the women went to fight by going to the factories and working while the men went to service. And they did it for the country and their flag. And they didn't hesitate or worry about getting killed or anything else. Well, nowadays, they don't have that idea. And a lot of people don't want to go to service. And that's why some of them went to Canada and stuff like that in past years and try to avoid going to the service. But that's wrong. What's wrong with us this day? We don't have the attitude of serving our country and our flag.
That's kind of been broken down over the years.
Yeah.
You know, the liberal agenda. I mean, we've got a president who...
I don't know if it's the affluency of the country or what, but it's something that has changed the attitude. And they're having the same problem, just like I saw on TV about kids in grade school telling the teacher what they want to learn. And they said they think that that might be a good idea, that the kids tell the teachers what they want to learn, instead of the teachers teaching them what should be learned. So there's your difference.
It's like turned upside down.
Yeah.
So what about all those, right now locally we have Chet Edwards and Bill Flores, and we've got to make the changes to take our Congress back. What do you think, what would you say to all those people who have voted for Chet Edwards?
Some of them have good ideas, but most of them don't have the fervor or whatever it is to do the right thing. They're either looking out for themselves or their campaigns or what position they have or what position they can get, rather than for the country or the people, and try to serve the people like they should. And I don't know, that's just the way it's going to be.
And what about the, I know you mentioned God being taken out of so many different things.
Well, they don't allow prayer in schools now. And Washington is doing these things of eliminating them, and Christianity is slowly being pushed out. And people don't have the outlook of God or anything else. They just want to get along and try to get by with what they got, but it's going to hurt the country. The country is really going to go down, and that's why all the people need to stop and pray for the country, pray for the leaders, and try to get things back to order where they should be.
And show up and vote in November.
Yeah. They gotta vote in November the right way about the country, the people, and what's good for the country and the people, and not for themselves individually or positions or whatever else they're thinking about. There's too much of that going on nowadays.
Well, true hero right here. We appreciate your time. That was a eagle that you got tattooed on your arm, 1941. You said before.
Yeah. Yeah, we were hot to go. Nowadays they're not hot to go. They're worried about getting killed or who wants to go into service, and it's just a bunch of baloney and all. Which to a certain extent, if you stop and think about Iraq and Afghanistan, there are a lot of guys getting killed up there, and you wonder whether it's useless or necessary. And I don't know what's going to happen. This country's in bad shape, bad shape. And of course, I'm not a philosopher. I can't tell what's going to happen, but I've seen something in the 85 years that I've been around, and it doesn't look good at all. Really doesn't.
Well,